On the first Sunday of each month, the North Shore Sporting Car Club holds a cars and coffee event at the St Ives Showground in Sydney, Australia. This month we met Peter, who has an unusual Vauxhall. The mechanics are from the United Kingdom, but the body was built here in Australia. It's a case of Chariots of Fire meets Crocodile Dundee. Give it a go?
Yeah, sure.
Lovely stuff. Now, Peter, we're in a Vauxhall. Is that all English?
No, this one's a English Australian build. So we've got the running gear and chassis and so on are all come out from England, so they're Vauxhall. And all the coachwork, all the bodywork, everything that you can see is put together by Holden. So
What year is it?
we're 1950.
So Holden got bought out by General Motors in 1933, and we think that it just then went to make FXs and FJs and thereon, but was still manufacturing other cars?
Oh yeah,
Bodywork.
lots of different cars. They were doing Vauxhalls. They were doing a number of American bodies as well for different American brands. So yeah, they were building quite a few different marques back in the day.
So this would be quite rare in motoring terms, even from people in Britain might be unaware of this sort of vehicle?
Yeah, sure. They only made them in Australia, so they weren't made anywhere else. There's a couple in England, I think, that people imported from Australia. So the chassis did the round trip. But yeah, no, there's not a lot of them left, I don't think.
So what sort of engine has it got?
Okay, so 6-cylinder, 2.2. They came out with a 4-cylinder or a 6-cylinder. And, as you heard before, she still runs fairly well. So.
Yeah. Now it's grey, but it's not the Holden grey motor, is it?
No. It's probably some kind of General Motors
Derivative
from. I don't know what it's from, but yeah. So GM owned both companies. So
Now we're sitting here, and in front of the steering wheel and on the inside of the windscreen. What's that little?
That's our fabulous windscreen wiper. She works really well. She goes like you wouldn't believe. The bizarre thing is it works. It actually does clear the windscreen. So,
But not very quickly.
not very quickly, no. So we don't tend to go out in the rain very often. In fact, we don't go out in the rain. I've used it twice.
How long have you owned it?
Look, I've been looking after it for a couple of years. My father-in-law started the restoration of the car for his wife, and was doing it for many years. So every now and then you'd show up at their place and here's a wire brush, start rubbing. So we all had a go at bits and pieces on it over the time. But he died some time ago and never got to drive it, so it wasn't finished. And
But
so I've finished.
the pressure to finish it, that came from the family?
I have a wife. she
That's enough.
she hates convertibles but loves this car, and it's because of her dad and all that. So I still take Nell, his wife, for a run on Wednesdays. So
That's your father-in-law's wife?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Nellie Gillett. So he was Arthur Gillett. He owned a Pimpleson Ives bus service and a trucking company and so on. So they're very much local North Shore people. So it's been a fun project. It keeps me busy. There's always something to do.
May I ask how old his wife is?
She's 90 this year, and she's living in a
Retirement home, yeah.
Yeah.
But she must love the trip.
Well, she does. She thinks it's absolutely fantastic.
So how many gears does it have?
We've got three.
Three. Three on the tree.
Three on the tree in reverse, and so there's no synchros from first, but between second and third there's synchros. So
okay.
she's
Luxury.
And
And it will do how fast?
well, advertised in the manual 74 miles an hour, but good luck with that. I went down to Barrel recently, and on the expressway got up to 95 k's an hour, and a truck passed me, and I nearly ended up in the next lane. So
yes.
she gets very, very light.
This is not a big car.
No, it's not a big car at all. It's very much a little noddy mobile with how close you sit to each other.
Yeah, and it has suicide doors.
It does.
And if I open the door and look inside, what material do I see?
So you'll see timber work. So
Timber work.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So if you want to have a look in on it. So this is all timber work here, and also the doors as well. So
That's fantastic.
yeah. So they were coach builders originally. Holden.
Yes,
so
yes, of course.
Some of the original stuff.
And they mainly built General Motors products, which is
Yeah.
why General Motors
Bought them out. Yeah.
bought them out. Yeah. But you do have a number of features here. I noticed an Apple cable.
Yes, we've got that's the it's for the Speedo really. So there's the Speedo. Of course, that one doesn't work. She has a few quirks still.
Yes, of course.
The fuel gauge doesn't work either, but let me tell you, the temperature gauge works a treat,
Oh, does it?
and she runs very cool.
Oh, does it?
Oh yeah, yeah. She doesn't get hot.
Not even on hills?
No, she goes up a little bit, but not very much. So
But it was a time of motoring when you were aware of that.
yeah.
You know,
Well, I still am, don't worry. my pupils do get a bit bigger every now and then when I look at things like that or hear a noise or whatever, because she does make quite a few noises that, I drive a Lexus and it doesn't make any noise at all. Whereas
no.
this thing, you know every bit of the road,
Yep.
you know every bit of nature around you, and you know every bit of the car.
but that's still up. Do you drive with the top down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a lovely part of that, not on a big motorway, but on a back road,
Yeah.
where you get the smell of the farm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the way to drive a convertible, I reckon. That's the location.
It's like the difference between going for a walk and going for a drive in a car. You go for a walk, you know what's happening around you a lot more. You go for a drive in a modern car, and you can hear the radio.
Our First Nation people understood that. Song lines.
Well and truly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lovely to
Yeah.
talk to you. Thank you for
Yeah.
your time.
Good stuff. Cheers.